So here's the truth about From the Periphery. From the Periphery is a liberal Zionist normalization organization, right? From the Periphery has a pattern of liberal Zionist normalization. And what makes this case particularly fascinating, but also particularly disgusting, is that there are Palestinians involved that are normalizers. There are Lebanese involved that are normalizers. There are Syrians involved that are normalizers. And there's Armenians that are involved that are normalizers. So I do have receipts. So first, they normalize China. They normalize the Chinese, who are, again, Zionist grifters. Like, so why are you normalizing the Chinese? But they actually do normalize Zionist settlers and liberal Zionists, as well as Kurdish operatives, right? So here you got Leila El-Shami and Eli Ayub normalizing liberal Zionist Wendy Perlman. And you got Dana al-Kurd, Anna, and Eli Ayub normalizing liberal Zionist Naomi Klein. Right? And I got my whatchamacallits up here, my receipts. Right? So we can cross-reference those. And then also, you got, now, I haven't been able to find any information, but I do believe Atalia Omer is a Zionist settler, and you have Dan al-Kurd normalizing Atalia Omer. Actually, let's click on it to see what it says. Atalia Kurd, professor of religion, conflict, and peace studies of Notre Dame. Again, conflict and peace studies. That's liberal Zionist. That's liberal Zionist. So, and she looks like a Zionist settler. Well, geez Louise, I think Atalia Omer is a Zionist settler. So, Dana al-Kurd, this is a first of a pattern for her, because she has a pattern of this behavior of liberal Zionist normalization, right? You got Naomi Klein, who's a liberal Zionist. Again, why are you guys platforming Naomi Klein? Naomi Klein is a liberal Zionist. And we'll get to the Jeffrey Levin. Yeah, long history of Zionist normalization. So, and then you got Elias Jashan, or Jashan. Again, he writes for the Arab Eye, or no, it's not Middle East Eye, the New Arab. He writes for the New Arab, which is a Zionist normalization platform. Right? So they're platforming all these normalizers. And the Shkun Collective, they're from Morocco. But here you go. They platform liberal Zionist Anthony Loewenstein and Zionist normalizer Ahmed Moore. So Dana al-Kurd, she has a pattern of Zionist normalization. Elia J. Ayub, Elia Jim Ayub, he has a pattern of Zionist normalization as well. So this is who Anthony Loewenstein is. Lowenstein was born in Australia in 1974. His dad's parents left Germany and Austria just before World War II, and many of their family members had been killed in the Holocaust. So, Lowenstein is a German citizen. Lowenstein is a Zionist collaborator. Again, he's collaborated with Zionist normalizer Omar Barghouti, Zionist weirdo and war criminal John Mearsheimer, Zionist settler Ilan Pappé, who participated in the IOF, has Palestinian blood on his hands, Zionist grifter Sarah Roy, Zionist settler Jonathan Cook, among others. And notice who wrote that book with him. Ahmed Moore. And then Lowenstein co-founded Independent Australian Jewish Voices. Again, liberal Zionist organization. Liberal Zionist organization, right? So that's another instance of Zionist normalization by Elia Ayub and Dana al-Kurd. And then who is this Ahmed Moore guy? So Ahmed Moore was born in Rafah, in Gaza, and his family is from Bir Saba. Right? His family is Nakba survivors. His grandpa had lived in Bir al-Sabah in May 1948 and had been driven out of his house at gunpoint by Zionists who he said Judaized the village and renamed it Beersheba. And so while it's good that Ahmed Moore rejects the soft Zionists who take the position that there's nothing wrong with the entity's existence, even at the expense of another people, you also do have to look at his record of Zionist normalization with Mondoweiss, Zionist normalization with the sadly liberal Zionist electronic intifada, and his editing of the book After Zionism, One State for the Zionist Entity in Palestine. And the fact that his co-editor was liberal Zionist Anthony Lowenstein. You know, and then you can't look past the fact that he's spoken at a conference with Zionist normalizer Ali Abu Nima. And he's spoken at a conference with Brant Rosen, the liberal Zionist rabbi of Tzedek Chicago, who is part of liberal Zionist organization JVP. He went to a literal one-state conference. This man is a Zionist normalizer and a Zionist grifter. Brant Rosen is a liberal Zionist. Brant Rosen is a liberal Zionist. Okay, don't get it twisted in any sort of way. Brant Rosen is a liberal Zionist. So Ahmed Moore is a Zionist normalizer. So it's kind of weird that Dana al-Kurd and Elia Ayub are promoting Lowenstein and Ahmed Moore, unless you know about Ayub and al-Kurd's pattern of Zionist normalization, which I'm currently in the process of demonstrating with this video. Right? Then you got them platforming people from India. And India is the 5th largest trading partner of the Zionist entity. Right? And then you got them platforming Daniel Voskoboynek, a Ukrainian. Why are you platforming the Ukrainians? And is this man a liberal Zionist? And why are you discussing Nazi Navalny? That's kind of weird. Again, these people are liberal Zionists. And who is Sahar Amarir? Oh, she's a French-Moroccan Amazigh analyst. Why are you promoting a Moroccan analyst, or analyst, or however you say it, to talk about Syria? Get a Syrian on there. And then you got Jeffrey Levin, who is a liberal Zionist, but is being platformed by Dan al-Kurd. And notice that they're noting Ezra Klein, Shaul Magid, Marjorie Feld, and David Klein in their show, right? They're promoting those people, right? And I actually looked up Jeffrey Levin on the old LinkedIn. Where the fudge is it? Atali Omer. Oh, and I do have... Oh, so Atalia Omer, she is a liberal Zionist. The school she's interested in, Harvard, Notre Dame, and Notre Dame Law. Again, clearly an academic grifter and a Zionist normalizer. Where the fudge is this? No, that ain't it. Oh, Jeffrey Levin. And there's going to be something that jumps out at you right away, and there's it is. Jeffrey Levin's, his interests are the University of Haifa, a Zionist institution, which happens to be in my home governorate in Palestine, the Haifa governorate, where my Palestinian ancestors on both sides, some on my grandpa's side and all on my grandma's side, are from. Interesting. So Jeffrey Levin, assistant professor of Middle Eastern and Jewish studies at Emory University, he likes the University of Haifa. He is a Zionist normalizer. So, he also likes the Qudus Review of Near East Affairs, the Purple B Corp, Raphael Warnock, the liberal Zionist for U.S. Senate, European Association for Economic Cooperation with West African States, an imperialist organization, the Michael and Elaine Serling Institute for Jewish Studies and Zionist Entity at Michigan State, the Emory Center for Faculty, and that's a Zionist normalization and obviously overtly Zionist group, the Emory Center for Faculty Development and Excellence, and Zionist faith washing organization, Interfaith Atlanta. And he also likes the Middle East Studies Association, which he is totally unqualified for, given how much of a Zionist shill he is. And his schools that he likes are University of Haifa, a Zionist organization, a Zionist institution, and Michigan State. This man is a Zionist normalizer. And look, let's talk about who's endorsing him. Why? So it's David Unger, who is adjunct professor at Johns Hopkins University SAIS at Europe at Bologna Center. Bobby Strauss, division chief and chief data officer. Julian Cooper, political and economic chief at U.S. Embassy in Lesotho. Ryland Ara, due diligence business investigation. So is this... Oh, this is a guy in D.C. Got some ties to Germany. You sure this guy's not a Nazi? Oh, Researcher, International Crisis Group, Kosovo, 2007. Man's a think tanker and an NGO grifter. Wartburg, Freie Universität, Germany, Johns Hopkins School of Advanced International Studies. What about this Unger guy? Unger. David Unger. Author, Penguin Books. Member, Council on Foreign Relations. You know, the NGO, the imperialist NGO. Editorial board, New York Times, 1977 to 2013. Research associate, SOAS University in London. And then let's talk about his education. Cornell, University of Wisconsin, University of London, University of Texas. This man is an elitist deep stater. And he follows literally Antonio Guterres, who is the liberal Zionist Secretary of the General of the UN. He follows Tirana Hassan, former executive director at Human Rights Watch. Oh, Yoav Duman, Zionist settler, endorsed Jeffrey Levin. That's suspicious. Ari Gore, Zionist settler. Yep, Zionist settler. Endorsed Jeffrey Levin. Naomi Goldberg, Zionist settler, or at least Zionist collaborator, endorsed Jeffrey Levin. Isan Ludiye, who belongs to the World Bank, endorsed Jeffrey Levin. Michael Epstein of IBM. How much you want to bet he's a Zionist? Of course he lives in Miami. Who else? Barbara Schwartz. Felix Shoyhat. Getting some Zionist vibes from this Jeffrey Levin guy. Yoni Solomon. I bet you he's a Zionist normalizer, a Zionist collaborator. And then he's also being endorsed by Jason M.O., Middle East and Indo-Pacific expert, India and South Asia Chief Branch at U.S. Fleet. Who's this Henry Enreader guy? That guy's a Zionist too. Zeev Beresh. Clearly a Zionist settler, a Zionist collaborator in some way. Sophia N. I'm guessing she's a Zionist as well. Aaron Magid. Again, Zionist normalizer, Zionist operative. Bobby Strauss. Probably a Zionist. So, here's the thing. Why is Dana El-Kurd normalizing this Zionist grifter and Zionist normalizer, Jeffrey Levin? And she even says that Levin is an assistant professor of Middle Eastern and Jewish Studies at Emory University and director of undergraduate engagement at Emory's Tam Center for Jewish Studies. So, yeah. Dana al-Kurd is a liberal Zionist normalizer. Now, who's this Alexei Abrams guy? We're gonna take a look at, because I believe he is a Zionist normalizer. And then you got Diana Greenwald. Again, professor of political science at CUNY. Again, Alexei Abrams, probably liberal Zionist collaborator, leads the digital trace team at the Canadian Media Observatory in McGill University. You kidding me? So we got Alexei Abrams. So this man was a part-time World Group consultant from 2013 to 2023 in DC. He worked as a data science from 2020 to 2023 at the Harvard Kennedy School. He was an Open Technology Fund Research Fellow at Citizen Lab in Toronto. He was a postdoc at UCSD and a postdoc at Harvard. Again, this man is an elitist, bougie academic. And so his education is Syracuse, Brown, Utah City, Brown. Who is endorsing him? Nikolai Ryabov, senior data scientist, pricing data science at Zionist Airbnb. Rawa Hawati. Oh, so he has ties to the UAE, which are, again, they're Zionist normalizers. Effenberger. Now, who's this Effenberger person? Short-term consultant at the World Bank. Economic policy analyst. Bundesministerium für Wirtschaft und Energie. So some German organization. And she went to Lausanne, Maastricht, London School of Economics, Brown. Blankespoor, senior geographer, World Bank. His companies, Utah City Media Ecosystem Observatory, the Center for Media, Technology and Democracy. It sounds like a think tank. A Zionist think tank. IFEX, Harvard Kennedy School, Brown University, Princeton University, UC San Diego. Again, the man's a liberal Zionist normalizer, possibly, although again, English is his native language. How do you think he learned Arabic? Just saying. Probably collaborating with the deep state, right? Now, where's this Greenwald person at on the LinkedIns? You got so many receipts on these people. You can kind of get an insight to how I do my research on my opposition research. But this Greenwald person is a liberal Zionist as well. Diana Greenwald. Next, you got you have them promoting literal Zionist settlers. Hadar Cohen is a Zionist settler. Okay? Dahab Kashi is a Zionist settler. Daniel Voskoboynik is a Zionist normalizer. Yossi Zabari is a Zionist normalizer. Avi Schleim is a Zionist settler. Yossi Zabari is a Zionist settler. Anat Fort is a Zionist settler. Right? They're literally platforming and promoting Zionist settlers on their show. Again, Elia Ayub is a Zionist settler. Right? Arab Jews who are in Palestine, occupying stolen Palestinian land, they are Zionist settlers. Quit normalizing these Zionist settlers. Right? Oh, right here, bingo. Hadar Cohen even has a Substack and her own website. Right? Hadar Cohen is a Zionist settler. Hadar Cohen, and she calls herself a mystic, which is occultist. She is a Zionist settler occultist. Right? And then you have Dahab Kashi, who is also a Zionist settler. Dahab Kashi is also a Zionist settler, right? I mean, he even outed himself. See where the italics or I don't know, is it boldface? Italics? I don't know what it's a boldface. See where the boldface print is? Dahab Kashi is a Zionist settler. Yossi Zabar is a Zionist settler. Right? Yossi Zabar is a Zionist settler. Again, Daniel Voskoboynik is a Zionist normalizer. Elia Ayub is a Zionist normalizer. Why are you normalizing these Zionist settlers? Again, quit normalizing settlers. So get this. And here we go. Where is Hadar Cohen from? Syria, Kurdistan, Iraq, and Iran. That's where she's from. She's not from Qudus. She's from Syria, Kurdistan, Iraq, and Iran. Okay? Dahab Kashi, Zionist settler. Okay? From New York. His ancestors are also probably from Syria, Kurdistan, Iraq, and Iran. So why? This is a do not regime type of situation. And then they're platforming, they're promoting liberal Zionist settler Yossi Zabadi. And I know Tamer Nafar is a Zionist or a Zionist collaborator and a Zionist normalizer. But quit so Elia Ayub is a Maronite? Is Elia Ayub a Maronite? Does he have ties to Kataib? Does he have ties to Kataib? Dude, this is crazy. Elia Ayub is a Maronite. Again, why are you promoting this Kurdish Zionist settler? Why are you promoting this Zionist settler who looks like he wants to gentrify everything in sight? Why are you promoting a Zionist collaborator? Elia Ayub, who is part Palestinian. Elia Ayub and Dana al-Kurd are Zionist collaborators. They're Zionist normalizers. And then you have Tariq Bakoni, another Zionist settler, or not settler, Zionist collaborator, who writes for 972. Tariq Bakoni literally writes for 972. And they also, so Amjad Iraqi is also a Zionist normalizer. So we'll go to that one. Where is that one? From Capitalist Realism to Solar Punk Realities. So Ariel Kroon, I'm pretty sure, is a liberal Zionist. Where is Amjad Iraqi? I'm trying to find this now. Now that I remember who this man is. Bingo. Why are you platforming Zionist normalizer Amjad Iraqi and Zionist settler from Iran, Orly Noy? Again, Dana al-Kurd is a Zionist normalizer. Elia Ayub is a Zionist normalizer. Again, Sally Abed is also a Zionist normalizer who is part of the Zionist normalization organization, the Zionist normalization group Standing Together. Orly Noy is a Zionist settler from Iran who is not only editor of Local Call, but also the chair of B'Tselem, which is a Zionist settler organization. Amjad Iraqi is a writer at 972, previously a coordinator at Liberal Zionist Adallah, and is a member of the FMEP, the Foundation for Middle East Peace, funded group Al-Shabaka. Again, this is Zionist normalization. This is Zionist normalization. And someone's got to check. Someone's got to check these clowns on their Zionist normalization. And then here you go. You got, once again, from the periphery, normalizing liberal Zionists. Again, Daniel Voskoboynik is a Zionist. Orly Noy, Zionist settler. Yair Wallach is a Zionist settler. Again, why is Dana al-Kurd normalizing Zionists? Why is Elia Ayub normalizing Zionists? Quit normalizing Zionists. This is another example of Zionist normalization from the periphery. And who is Yusra Bitar? Arab Reform Initiative. Is that a liberal Zionist counterinsurgency thing? And Timothée Parik is from the School of Economics and Management in Lund, Sweden. That sounds Zionist. And why are we platforming Armenians when Armenia are a bunch of Zionist collaborators? This is crazy. Daniel Voskoboynik. Sounds a bit Zionisty to me, eh? And who is this promised Lee person? Kavita Krishnan. She's from India, the 5th largest trading partner of the Zionist entity. And Dana El-Kurd, the liberal Zionist normalizer, has the audacity to talk about pro-Palestine activism and democracy in the Arab world, all while being a Zionist normalizer. Again, there is a record. Elia Ayub, Dana El-Kurd, and anybody involved with the Voices from the Periphery podcast is a Zionist collaborator and Zionist normalizer, and they need consequences ASAP, so they need to be in prison. So there you go.